We are live in 3, 2, and 1. Top of the morning, folks. Good afternoon and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today is April 6th, 2021. It is currently 3:38 p.m. Beautiful day in Texas. And this is episode 2 of the Book of Peter. So, thanks for tuning in. And it's been a while since I've done a check-in, and I said I wanted to make as many of these videos as possible. So today, I thought, get back on the wagon, make a video. Making a video is always good practice, and send it. So, here we are, sending away. In today's Book of Peter, I am going to take a blast to the past and dive into a topic that has really been resonating with me lately as a man, as a business professional, and just as someone who's continually trying to grow as a father, as a friend, and as a brother. And that topic is focusing on questions as opposed to answers. And, we live in a world today that is so filled with answers. If you need the answer to something, you can get the answer. There's a how-to for just about everything. There's an instruction guide for just about everything. If you want to build a plane, there's someone who can teach you how to do that. If you want to build a successful business, you can be taught how to do that, or you can read how to do that. If you want to be a good monk, you can find out how to do that. And how to is no longer really a top priority because it's accessible by just about everyone. But that really shifts the importance of searching for the right how-tos for your life. And that's something I've really tried to hone in on and really tried to make a top priority, is not only focusing on asking questions, but asking the right questions to the right people at the right time, which is quite the trifecta. But it's very important in our world. Something that I always keep at the forefront of my thoughts is that if you never ask, the answer is no. So that just goes to show. It's a nice Venmo noise. That just goes to show that you've got to ask questions. And if you don't, you will be very empty inside, in my opinion. If you are always afraid or always resistant to asking the questions or seeking the answers to questions that are in your head. So, given that, ladies and gents, focus on asking questions. And it is something I'm going to make a top priority of mine too for the rest of April. And hopefully by then it'll be a good instilled habit, and I'll be able to continually grow in it for the rest of the year. Part two is life is all about questions. And this quote or phrase is actually from a book that I began writing when I was 16. And it's called Thinker with a Dream Catcher. I never published it and still need some fine tuning. Who knows? Maybe one day I will. Always have wanted to publish a book. But Life is All About Questions is the second chapter. So, since this is the second episode of the Book of Peter, I thought, hey, why not go ahead and read it? Maybe one person out there may get some value from it. So, without further ado, here is chapter 2 from Thinker with a Dreamcatcher, titled Life is All About Questions, written by young Peter Ham many years ago. Life is all about questions. We are born into a world of mystery, and our path on this journey is shaped and molded by the answer we seek to those questions. Questions of faith, questions of love, questions of meaning, and many more questions that come to the surface. As people of the earth, we seek these answers every single second of our life in one way or another. Once we are born, life begins. Not life as in living, breathing, and eating, but life as in the quest to seek what is truly valuable to us deep in our hearts. This is a question I constantly pester myself with. I always find myself wondering, what's the worthiness of this action? What value will I bring to myself and those I surround myself with? What greater implications does this have? How will this impact me? And most importantly, is this a reflection of the type of man I want to become? These questions are timeless, universal, and colossal. In our lifetimes, we may never conquer the questions we face. Some people may never ponder these inquiries of life, but regardless, they will always be floating in your mind, whether you're self aware of it or you're not. I feel as if the more conscientious we are of these humanitarian concepts, the more we grow, the more we understand each other, and the more back up, here we go, and the more understanding we become of the world, and in return, we become more wise. Birth is the blooming of this quest, and our path is everything but predetermined. As a man, do I ask myself these questions enough? The answer is no. In fact, I believe there's no such thing as asking these questions enough. Because with every day comes new insights, new visions, new ideas, new knowledge, new wisdom, and new ways we interpret the world around us. These thoughts are always on my mind, but that doesn't mean I give them the time that they deserve. Because to be honest, I don't. I do want to do better. I do want to be the best. I do want to be the best version of myself. I do want to be a man who constantly leads by example. Can I do this? Yes, but there's work to be done. There always will be. There is more to learn, and there is more room to grow as I walk through life every single day. This is something that I must always acknowledge and respect. In the world, though, there is a disconnect. It's a tragic downfall of any man in my eyes. This disconnect is a separation we experience between being the man we are and being the man we want to become. Sin steers us away and creates this gap. We constantly battle against it in hopes that we can patch this wound we all have within our souls. I know who I want to become in my heart, but my mind tears me away from this depiction. It's a weakness we all have, and I know deep down this is a weakness that I must continually strive to overcome. The day you stop striving to do so is the day that you become a weak man. So, as I travel through the journey of life, it is my mission to stay focused on these questions. challenge myself by not only independently asking them, but by truly analyzing the character of my heart, my mind, and my soul. I am not perfect. You are not perfect. No one is, and no one will ever be perfect. This is a reality we all must face. The attainment of perfection, though, isn't about never making mistakes. In reality, we must want to become the perfect version of ourselves if we want to attain eternal happiness. This happiness comes from the confidence in your mission, confidence that you are, in fact, headed in the right direction, and confidence that what you do on a daily basis adds value to life. We will fall, we will fail, but life will be good to you if you remain focused on being the best version of yourself. That is the gift you must give to others. Always remember that. So, ladies and gents, there you have it. That was, I believe, written my freshman year at Baylor. Yes, it was. And great reminders across the board. The key questions that I was really speaking about throughout the whole thing. Here's the list. I'll list them off again. Questions I constantly pester myself with, and the ones I always find myself wondering about are: what is the worthiness of this action? Number two, what value will this bring to myself and those I surround myself with? And number three, what greater implications does this action have? Number four, how will this impact me? And number five, which I say most importantly, is this a reflection of the type of man I want to become? Damn, still great questions to ask yourself. And I definitely need to always ask myself those questions more. And highly recommend everyone out there does the same, because these are the types of questions that make you more in tune with your day-to-day actions, the journey of life, and they're good ways to keep yourself always in check. Anyways, ladies and gents, I'm glad we got episode 2 done in the books. Hope you guys loved it. Hope there was at least one person out there that gained some value from it. Remember, life is good, and you can never overdose on the good vibes, ladies and gents. With that being said, we'll see you soon. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and comment your favorite question to ask yourself. Love you guys.